This is Will from WillToRock.com. I'm here with Jyrki, who will be playing at the Whiskey tonight, ending their tour. Jyrki, thanks for joining me. Appreciate it.
Anytime.
So last time you were out here, I think it was almost like 10 years ago.
It's more than that.
Was it?
It's we played at the Whiskey with the 69 Eyes. I think it's like 12, 13 years.
Oh, was it really?
It's a really long time, but we're played in Los Angeles and Hollywood after that. But with the 69 Eyes, I haven't been playing in the States some decade. Yeah. Like maybe 9 years, 10 years.
So what's taken so long?
Well, I mean, I wanted to play here, and actually I have played here, like even at the Sunset Strip, like with my rockabilly band, the 69 Cats. Yeah. So I've been doing that, but and this is my solo project. But returning with the whole Helsinki Vampire army, that's a little bit difficult because how the music business is these days. But this is my way to, you know, I wanna hang out here. I wanna play here. I'm visiting here a lot of times in a year and so on. So this is my way to make it happen.
Great. How is this little U.S. stint, because it's kind of the West Coast? How is this different from your European tours?
Well, I mean, this was seriously like a dream come true. I mean, from everything to coming to play, having this solo band with these amazing musicians, Ace from Johnson from Faster Pussycat on guitar, Ashes from Devil Driver and Static X on bass, and Kyle Cunningham from Mad Life on drums. So it's like a dream band from these guys, from these local LA, Hollywood, you know, vampire guys. Right. And then this tour we did was like, I don't know, it feels like I've been watching a movie. Like we drove, you know, northern place was Seattle, but all these, I had such a wonderful time to just, it's a road trip through Wild West. Yeah. I saw the most beautiful part of America, I think. So it's just like, well, and then I had a chance to play rock and roll for people, hang out with the friends and fans alike, and it's been very dreamy, and it's amazing that it ends here to one of the most legendary venues in the world, Whiskey A Go Go, which we recorded with the 69 Eyes, even recorded live album here. It's called Hollywood Kills. Yeah. When we played here, so it's amazing to return.
So I was gonna add,
everything's like dreamlike. It's everything like surreal. So I have to a little bit like shake myself, you know, awake once in a while. Like is it really happening? Because I'm just a rock and roll fan, rock and roll nerd, like always been. So these are the things that I've been dreaming of, and these are the things I'm still here, and these are the things that I started dreaming at the early age. And now I've been, of course, very lucky over the years, and this was probably the coolest time I've had for such a long time. It also, I'm very inspired what I've seen and of this road trip. So, and it brought me a lot of energy. And it, of course, it's healthy sometimes to play with some other guys, and like the 69 Eyes will be like 30 next year. Yeah. So it's absolutely healthy to play with other people once in a while as well. So it brought me a lot of inspiration, a lot of energy as well, and a lot of new ideas. So I'm very recharged, you know.
That's great. I was actually going to mention the band, Ace, Kyle, and Ashes, of course. How did you come about with these three guys?
Well, it's actually like it's a true story. I mean, the 69 Eyes, when we started our band, we were like gang of guys who got to know each other in Helsinki rock and roll scene and rock and roll bars. We liked the similar kind of music, Hanoi Rocks, Guns N' Roses, Ramones, and we became friends, drinking buddies, and then later on as a band. So this is a little bit like same kind of story. I mean, I met Ace when Faster Pussycat played at the festival with the 69 Eyes in Sweden. And I paid attention to this like really cool guy who was alone in a backstage room before and after show, just playing guitar. Yeah. not to doing the usual, like after show you do probably some other kind of rock rituals, but he was playing guitar, so I was like, wow, that guy is really into that. So I met him later on here at the Rainbow Bar and Grill, and more or less this band is sort of like same kind of origins, it's a real, like a gang of guys which have been hanging out in the same places, digging the same music and so on. So it's been really, really fantastic. So I think we have some plans.
So there might be some future with these.
Yeah, of course. We're so tight now as a band, and I'm excited to see what the future holds.
Great. What's the reception of the crowds been like here? Because they're a little bit, I don't want to say starved for goth, but they are a little starved for like goth and roll type of music.
Yeah, it's like definitely a gap, like at the moment, and it's big pleasure. I've been playing my solo stuff, some covers, which I have been recording actually earlier, and then some classic 69 Eyes tunes as well, just to remind people, and the fans have been tripping out, because like when this tour was first announced, everybody's asking, is he going to play the 69 Eyes stuff? So of course.
Right. So it's a little similar to the 69 Eyes style. It's a little more almost operatic, not a little bit. And you're using the same producer. Why solo now? Why was the time right now?
Oh well, like I mentioned, I had this this dark rockabilly band, the 69 Cats earlier. That was something. That was something what I would say like music that I always wanted to do, like 50s authentic rockabilly, rock and roll. And then again, this record came to life because I just wanted to continue making music with the producer Johnny Lee Michaels, and he has a lot of material, like which he's been writing over the years. So we just resurrected some of those pieces of music. There were actually some of the music. That's why songs are very long. Some of the music is done for movies. Yeah. So he just played me a lot of some stuff which he'd been carrying on like a couple of decades. So I just pick up some pieces of music, like, hey, I could sing for this. This could be a song. So that's how this record was made. It was made purely for the purpose. We just felt like, let's make some music together.
Right. You actually mentioned the soundtrack. I was going to mention that. Did you write that for the movie? Was it part of your album already? How did that?
Oh, you mean those songs?
Little Pussycat.
Yeah. Well, those were. Well, I mean, that's cool thing with my record company, the Cleopatra Records, that they have been starting to make movies recently. Yeah. So it's a pleasure to be on that label, and then I've been very lucky. They have been needing some new songs for their movies, so they have been picking up, from my album, like what they wanted, and that's one. Again, I repeat this endlessly, but that's one of the dreams come true, because I always wanted to make also like some songs to be used in the movies, and now it happens as well.
Right. Was there a different approach to writing this album than you would a 69 Eyes album?
Oh yeah, well, 69 Eyes is a guitar-driven, like a classic rock band in that sense. This was more based on producers playing all the instruments, so it's more based on keyboards and his view of music.
Right.
Like it's more like purely his musical approach, and he plays all the instruments on the record as well. But we are with this band here now. We're actually already planning to do something in the future, so it's going to be exciting.
That'll be cool. I know some of the guys in your band, so I'm excited to hear that. Who inspires you in this genre? Who do you take from?
Well, I was like, it's always been, everything starts with Elvis, and like for most of us, and then at the moment I actually if I think what bands I've seen recently, so I saw the Misfits like here in LA in the end of December.
Show,
and now I saw Doyle doing his solo tour in Seattle. So I mean, at the moment I like to talk about what I'm now very influenced by. So it's actually like Doyle, Danzig, and the Misfits right now. I'm really excited of that stuff again. And besides, Doyle's new album is fantastic. So I'm like really inspired by like very edgy like loud, dark, like metallic stuff. After a long time, I'm totally excited about all that. And the cool thing with this tour has been like these guys have been DJing in a van.
Yeah.
So I've been listening to a lot of like new discoveries or just return to old favorites. So it's been really creative as that sense as well.
Did you come from a musical family? Did you have a background in this, or?
Yeah, there's something there, and my mother actually bought me a piano when I turned 8.
Yeah.
It's like here you go, and then I wasn't interested in that at all. I was more interested in, running around with friends playing football or something like that, and then I think like all the art and music, it just grew in me, and that's how it became. I think actually like how I became aware of music and rock and roll was like actually I saw Elvis' funeral from TV, and I had to ask like what is this guy? Why the funeral is shown? And then it started really from there. All of a sudden, and then every newsstand was full of like Elvis memorial material. So there it started. I was interested in who is this person and why it's such a big impact on people, and now he's dead, and what he's been doing.
Right. The music scene in Finland compared to the music scene in even other parts of Europe and here, I mean, it's got to be so different.
Well, we're very rock orientated. There's a lot of metal bands coming from there. So rock is like the genre which is have been more like part of us than anything else. Yeah. We never knew how to make dance songs. That's more like Swedish guys. They're more into dance music. We were always into rock and roll, and then there's started to be bands like Hanoi Rocks and then later on like these metal bands which are very well known, Children of Bodom and these kind of things. Mm-hmm. So we're more like a rock and metal country, although it has now it's like I guess everywhere else like music what comes from radio or which is listened to from streaming services, that's kind of like this recycle music, like elevator music kind of stuff, which is good. But it's something that it doesn't make you it doesn't change how you dress or your lifestyle or attitude. It gives you good time, but it's a very made from totally different angle than the music that we know as we know it.
Yep.
So I think it's the same like everywhere else that this elevator music and these people who are like exploited through musical like these contests on TV, they are there and they have audience, and but it's fast food.
Yeah, that's great. I've been following you on not just you but Instagram and Twitter and all the guys. Where do you find these crosses and graveyards? Who's looking out for all of them? Are they finding you?
They are finding me. They are finding me. But it's just like I'm so inspired by these guys now. Like these like they're playing the greatest music in the van, and they have like cool ideas and cool outlooks for a lot of things. So yeah. I'm totally, like I said, recharged. I was like it's healthy to do something different for a while. And I have so many new ideas, and I'm not a big, like people think that I'm, for instance, very morbid or like to go to cemeteries. That was something when I was in my 20s, yeah. But not anymore. I was seeing enough of that. Right. But sometimes, maybe I'm a specialist how to create some beauty or some interesting art out of it. So maybe that's in those kind of cases I know what to do.
Right. It's made some great pictures on Instagram. Yeah. So the tour comes to an end tonight. Yeah. How soon are you going to get back at it? Do you have plans soon? Are you going to take a break?
Well, I'm going to hang out here in Hollywood for a while, just to chill and meet people and make new plans. And then actually the 69 Eyes will return on stage. We're going to play in Mexico a couple of shows in less than a month.
Crazy crowds and
so like I'm involved in a lot of different things, and just happy doing a lot of these things and getting excited and recharged. and I have tons of new ideas that I'm gonna put out in a near future.
Great. Any messages for the fans? Anything you wanna mention?
Well, I'm thanks for coming to see this like small solo tour which I had, and I hope to see you guys in the future. Support live rock and roll. It's easy. Come to see the shows. Buy the CDs that are sold there. Support music and support, like these crazy cartoon-looking people like me, because you need them.
I appreciate your time.
Yeah,
Thank you so
anytime.
much. Thank you.
Let's be.
Thanks.
That was smooth.